Hello guys, and welcome to episode 25 of my Armored Fury campaign in WARNO, playing on the PACT side. Previously, we attacked the AA here, and I thought I'd destroyed them, but rightly so in the comments, you guys pointed out that they are still alive, and they're hanging out a little bit further back. So that's unfortunate, but alas, it was still a good fight, and well worth it to do plenty of damage to their forces. Today, we are probably just going to be making a few more moves, maybe try and push forwards a little bit if I can, and then we'll move on to the next turn. So I think the left side, it is what it is. We're just going to kind of leave things where they are. I might try and adjust more of these troops over to the right hand side. So for example, I might be able to move this unit quite far up, and then we can just shift that unit across. We can bring this guard unit all the way around here as well. Don't want to block this up too much because we do have the fresh units already here that we're going to be using to push further. But say in this position, I can definitely move that tank unit over. They don't need to be there anymore. We can shift all of our artillery straight to the right a bit, and that way more stuff's going to be in range of these fights. So we have more options there. So that's also a good shout. For example, this one can move forwards, and we'll just keep edging them that way. Otherwise, I think everything else across the front there is fine. We just kind of want one space in between. I mean, there's a 2 space here, but it's fine. 1 space, 1 space, 1 space, 2 space, that's fine. Then on the front, any more attacks we want to make. We don't want to really attack any of this stuff. Maybe getting rid of the engineer brigade might be a good idea. Don't really know how I would engage them without having a bit of a rough battle though, so we won't bother. This artillery unit might be up to go. We could probably just use a tank unit. This is going to be a total victory. That would destroy the fatigue on this unit, but we'll be moving forward, so I'll probably be blocking that off anyway. Yeah, so we can use them to take that out. And that will hopefully just destroy those. Wonderful. So they're disorganized, but that doesn't matter because now there's a nice gap in front of them that we can fill with units. So I probably don't want to use that unit next turn, but can move up there. Let's have a look. Is there anywhere these can move with their remaining action points? I don't think so. Just this one. So we'll have it move up here. They can probably do 1 attack and then fall back, so they can go there. I will just fill this position anyway, like so, and that should be all right. Wonderful. We took out an extra unit. I like it. Right side seems okay. Anything else I've missed? Don't think so. All right, let's have a look at the casualties. So, casualties after 98 battles fought. We've lost 0 battalions, 930 soldiers, 30 artillery, 211 tanks, 9 aircraft, 16 helicopters, and 172 support units. On the NATO side, they have lost 55 battalions, 15,084 soldiers, 370 artillery, 1,212 tanks, 14 aircraft, 310 helicopters, and 3,828 support units. Very nice. All right, let's move on. All right, it looks like they've built a wall over the point here. We've only got this turn, and I think the next turn, because as it moves into turn 12, it's technically the end of the campaign, I think. So we are on a little bit of a timer here, and they've certainly bunched up around Hanover again. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a pain. We've only got to move 2 more, maybe 3 more. I think this square is the square that we need to be on to capture this. So yeah, it's going to be about being efficient with our resolves. So I could do something like this. It would be a minor victory. With our artillery, it would be still a minor victory. This Royal Tank Regiment is kind of a pain. Yeah, we want to attack stuff that's going to be annoying. Like moving that unit out of the way would be good. Because there's got to be a gap here, and then we can move here. So we've got to attack everything to the left, and then kind of move stuff in, and then push everything else out and around us. So I think attacking the heavy artillery here is the best thing to do first. And then we bring our own artillery. We could actually bring... I was hoping to bring the helicopters, but if we bring this unit, will they commit to this fight? If they don't, I guess we just like run up on this M107 unit. Got to be a little bit careful of the scouts. The scouts have like M72s. They do have some rifles. Yeah, so they have a Law 80s and cargo stuffs as well, so we're going to have to be kind of careful. But if they don't commit to this, which they did, then it would have been just a little bit tedious, but not too hard. But they have fully committed, so we have a fight on our hands. And this is an interesting fight to be had on this kind of map, because we are 2 tank units. I guess we do have our artillery, which is nice, but they have their artillery as well, which is very powerful. Contesting this is going to be a bit of a nightmare. But fortunately, they won't really have any tanks of their own, so as long as I'm kind of just screening a few tanks, we can probably just shoot down the roads kind of nicely and just keep our distance that way. All right, let's bring in like a bunch of BMP3s, and then behind those we will have the tanks. And we'll do that for probably Borisson Center initially, and we can kind of deal with later. So let's do more BMPs here. This will be the second group. And we'll need a couple leaders, so we'll bring some T-72 lead or T-64 leaders. That's fine. It doesn't leave me with much else. Recon is probably necessary. I just need to find the high-rise buildings. So I guess these might work. There's a church in here somewhere, I think. A bit dark. There's a church there. A bit far up for us. These buildings are good for recon. We'll go there for now. Alright, let's get things underway. Left side's going to be a little bit exposed for the time being, but yeah, new Razvedka units can come in and cover that for us. Oh, wow, okay. They're already there. Okay, let's just get the Razvedka to run then, as fast as they can, because that is like scimitars and all the lynxes and stuff. Alright, we're going to need some man pads. I did not appreciate that at all. Fortunately, there's plenty of cover for dealing with gems flying at us. So, Igla, 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 Igla. We'll definitely just go into attack move. And same here. We're going to be attack moving. Same deal here. Just get these unloaded. Need to move those, and we'll need some counter battery next, because that artillery is going to be brutal. Okay. We need to get on top of that HGM unit. Over here, let's get the T-64 onto the road. I was hoping I would be able to see those a bit sooner. Okay, so just unload those iglas, make sure we have AA cover. And spread those out a little bit. Get a leader for them. A couple more, and the rest of it go on the flank. I will probably want to get another Brunswicker for the right hand side. Let's put those on cannon battery now. I will keep these two on the road. Probably better to keep them all on the road actually, so they're faster to move, because those big artillery units are actually really rough for us to deal with. I don't have many of them, but they really do hurt. I'm gonna dot around a few supply vehicles. Good kill on their artillery. Very good. Right, now we just need to start moving probably towards the spawns over here, if we can. I need to get recon into good positions as well, so we can see what's going on and get the artillery on target. We'll get a couple more tanks to accompany us. Because if I can get like behind, I can get on this road and we can use that to cut them off. Okay, there is stuff coming down the left. Let's redirect these T-80s. Good. The Dozvetka actually got killed.
Впереди противник. Нам поворачивать? Красная армия всех сильней. Выходим на рубеж. Оттуда пешком. По местам. День твой последний приходит. Буржуй.
Fast spawn point.
Хорошо горит.
No. Just a lot of HGM vehicles there.
Пошли солдаты. Торможу. Выходим и в стороны. Жми назад.
Okay,
Хорошо горит.
found a bunch of stuff here. Of course, we should be hitting the Milan first, please. Ooh, okay.
Грязи не боятся.
Peeky.
Экипаж танка к бою готов. Хорошо горит.
That counter battery will get to work anyway.
Молодец, наводчик. По местам. Хорошо горит. К бою готов. Враг близко. Защищайте орудие. Полная боевая готовность. В атаку за мной. Молодец, наводчик. Готов. Двигайся скрытно. Хорошо горит. Все ранены. Проверка связи. Прием. Молодец, наводчик. Ищем цель. Огонь по готов. На связи.
I'm just gonna back these up
Аккуратно.
so they can get repaired. They'll also probably be
Цель обнаружена.
ripe targets for the
Не пропустили.
artillery, so gotta respect it.
Молодец, наводчик.
We can unload that разведка.
Хорошо
But we
горит.
have some friends
Ищем цель. Огонь
on
по
this road.
готовности.
We've done a lot of damage actually already. We haven't lost too much. So, successful start.
Товарищ командир.
Gonna get a разведка for that side. And we'll bring up a couple more for the mid.
Всем залечь. Молодец. Товарищ командир. Я броня. Цель обнаружена. Хорошо горит. День твой последний приходит. Буржуй. Наше дело правое. Разворачиваемся. Всем залечь. Второй взвод готов. Я броня. Цель обнаружена. Уверены, что там безопасно? Вперед! Ищем цели! Хорошо горит! У нас потери! Красная армия всех частей! Я броня! Цель обнаружена! Хорошо горит!
We'll get some more Akatians.
Тишина в эфире. Жду новых указаний. Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою. Жду ваших указаний. Так точно, товарищ командир.
We've taken out what, 2 of their artillery so far, so that's a third. I think they have like 6 of those guns, so we're getting there. Like they technically have a bit more than that, but
Я броня. Цель обнаружена. Выгружу вон там.
it's like roughly how many we have to kill.
Цель поражена.
I'm just going to bring up some infantry that can put pressure up the side of this map towards the spawn point. And then we can just have the T-64s covering the main road.
К бою.
Whilst we do,
Грязи не боятся. Впереди противник. Нам поворачивать? Товарищ командир.
I'm going to need some more supply, I think, over here because they're going to get low on gun rounds, killing all of this stuff.
Проверить снаряжение. Понял. Меняю позицию. Отбой. Проверка связи. Прием. Молодец, наводчик. Товарищ командир. День твой последний приходит. Буржуй. По местам. Я броня. Цель обнаружена. Такси заказывали?
I'll move up here again. The T-80 can kind of move into this position. We'll have another one move up there as well.
Развед быстрее! Нужно оказаться там первыми! Еще бы чуть-чуть! Жду ваших указаний! Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою. На связи. Достанем их из-под земли! Нужна поддержка с воздуха! Я ранен. Проверка связи. Прием. Боеприпасы заканчиваются. Вы поворот не пропустили?
Probably a rifle unit there, I guess. The MP2 did get popped in the end. It's fine, it was just a Milan 1.
На связи. Хорошее место для штаба. Быстрей! Нужно нагнать. Красная армия всех сильней. Хорошо горит. Броня на связи. Вперед! Огонь с коротких! Второй взвод. Подвигаемся. Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою. Оружие на изготовку. Может, бахнем? Корректируй огонь. Боекомплекта больше нет! Молодец, наводчик! Готов? Нас заметили! Так держать, бойцы! Громко
Oh,
и
Разведka
чётко.
died? In the middle here?
Еще один готов!
Yes, it was.
Громко и четко! День твой последний приходит! Танки грязи не боятся! Давно хотел... Я броня! Цель обнаружена! Достанем их из-под земли! Прямое попадание! На связь!
Впереди противник. Нам поворачивать?
Понял! Молодец, наводчик! Здесь мы легкая добыча!
We're going to tuck ourselves into like the left and right side of the buildings here so that we're not taking Milan shots at max range, and therefore if the Milan does fire we should be able to actually see them. All big hits there actually. I think it's because they're on the spawn road. Wow, we just hit a lot of stuff.
Проверить снаряжение! Достанем их из-под земли!
Впереди
That's a lesson for the AI and not to put their artillery on reinforcement roads.
Прочесать периметр. Хорошо горит. Царица Полей слушает. На связи. Боекомплекта больше нет. Я броня. Цель обнаружена. Жду ваших указаний. Еще один готов. Жду ваших указаний. Надо было идти в связисты. У нас потери. Проверка связи. Прием. Готов к бою.
Been a good pace actually in this fight. I like it. Usually when you have to like get so many, oh that's not good. When you have to get so many like kills for the morale, it can get a little tedious, but in this battle it's been just constant fighting really, which is really fun.
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
Of course, as soon as I say that I lose a T-64 and they're no longer pushing here, so
Второй взвод готов.
always with the jinx.
Добавим огневой мощи. Корректируй огонь. Проверка связи. Прием.
нам в третью сторону.
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
Может, чайку? Третьи сутки в пути.
Экипаж танка к бою готов. Молодец, наводчик. Так точно, товарищ командир. Слушаю, товарищ командир. Я броня. Цель обнаружена. Ищем цель. Разведпост в вашем распоряжении. Проверка связи. Прием. По нам ведут сильный огонь. Молодец, наводчик.
Может, чайку?
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою. Хорошо, горит. Сдаем
Active
назад.
kills.
Аккуратно. Что новых указаний?
As long as I can shoot the ATGM that's firing at me, I should be fine.
Товарищ командир. Хорошо, горит.
Тормози, мы здесь подождем.
Хорошо, горит.
We're edging closer and closer to these roads.
Разговорчики в строй. Торможу. Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою. Молодец, наводчик.
I need to make sure I'm turning off fuel here.
Поехали.
It's draining my supply really fast.
Броня на связи. Вперед! Ищем цели! Молодец, наводчик!
Новый рейс.
Аты-баты шли солдаты. Хорошо, горит. В атаку за мной. Прямое попадание. Царица полей слушает.
So many recon tanks.
Прямое попадание.
Popping scimitars left, right, and center. There's so many of them.
Молодец, наводчик.
They just killed my Ural? Come on. Look at my supply alone.
Тормози, мы здесь подождем.
Царица полей слушает. Ищем цель. Огонь по готовности. Торможу. По вашему приказу взвод построен. Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою. Готов к бою. Громко и четко.
The next wave coming. Feels like there's just waves and waves of scimitars and breakers and
Проверка связи.
all sorts.
Прием. Задним ходом марш. Вперед. Огонь с коротких. Громко и четко. Даем назад. Готов.
We're gonna have to back it up here because the the other rifles are really gonna start to hurt.
Цель обнаружена. Красная армия всех сильней. Даем назад. Аккуратно. В атаку за мной. Готов к бою. Не отставать. Владислав! Всем залечь. Обнаружен противник. Приготовить. По вашему приказу взвод построен. Вперед! Ищем цели! Артиллерия ждет приказа. Корректируй огонь. У нас потери. Я
just
броня.
get some
Цель
Vostokers. We can just plaster the roads there.
Подтверждаю, цель уничтожена. Может, бахнем? Молодец, наводчик. Корректируй огонь. По местам. Танки грязи не боятся.
It's been a fun fight. It has been a really fun fight. Hopefully we'll break open a nice gap for us. I actually did manage to reach the church in the end. Let's see if I can actually go occupy that with a recon unit.
Силовое обеспечение на связи.
Я броня. Цель обнаружена. Огонь с одним империалистом меньше. Экипаж танка к бою готов. Что новых указаний? Боекомплекта больше нет! Еще чуть-чуть и... Я броня. Цель обнаружена. Молодец, наводчик. наводчик. Проверка связи, прием. Хорошо горит. По местам. Вперед, ищем цели. Развернем здесь наблюдательный пост. Громко и четко. Я броня. Цель обнаружена. Ждем цели указания.
Alright, there it is. And the big group of units. Smash that with artillery. Job's done. Alright, let's make sure that Resvidka doesn't die. Let's at least preserve some recon for once.
Я броня. Цель
Oh, the artillery might not have time to land.
Хорошо горит.
As soon as it touches them. Alright, 240 kills, 12 losses. Really solid battle, actually. That's killed a lot of stuff. Hopefully it just wipes out a bunch of those units. Oh, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. It just moved that one unit out of the way. The rest of them all survived. Oh, okay. Well, where do we go next? There is plenty more attacks to be made here. Both of these are going to have to just move out of the way because otherwise they get stuck in position, and we need to be able to do more with those areas. Alright, that can go 8, that can go 10. So we could use those two to start breaking things down. Let's just, yeah, move these out of the way. It's fine. And then we can shift forwards. Polish. And I kind of want a unit that, you know, maybe only has 7 left. Because then we can move forwards, attack once, and move it out the way so another one can move in. That's probably the best way to do this. For example, I can move up this unit. We'd never be able to attack more than once anyway. So we do something like this. It would be a major victory. Attacking any of these on the left I can't reinforce, so it would have to be this one. And that would be an auto resolve. So hopefully they get taken out. Okay, then we move this one forwards. Oh, that would have 8. So let's move this one first. And we attack these guys. The York Volunteers. Okay, the York Volunteers move straight where they shouldn't be. Great. Bit of a traffic jam here. I don't want to use that unit. Am I using the... Maybe I can attack here. Oh no, the Royal Tank Regiment's going to join in that one. It's like a jigsaw. It's trying to figure out what's going on. You want that one there for 2 attacks, probably. Would probably be fine. I always wish you could switch them around. And that's a 6 out of 8 fatigue anyway, so it's kind of like a bonus unit if I need it. Let's just kind of see if I can move him in a position where it doesn't use up too many points. Like if we just shimmy back a little bit, it's going to take away like 6 action points moving 1 square. Let's move on the road. There we go, that will be fine. and then they can come back like that. That can move forwards. We attack these guys again. Maybe with support from this unit. That's going to be like low on fatigue anyway. So that should destroy that unit. Good. There is a space to be taken there now. Which is probably going to be this unit, or is there a stronger unit I can use? Like that's the strongest that's closest. Maybe an attack onto this air defense unit's not bad, because it could pull in the Queen's Own Yeomanry as well, which would be a nice thing to attack, and then Royal Tank Regiment comes in, that's fine. Just don't want them to like go to the left if I attack that unit. Which means that I probably want to put something here preemptively to stop that happening. I think it's this unit goes in there. And then we attack them. So we don't use this unit, although I guess actually maybe we could. It might not matter that they get disorganized. What do we back them up with? Got 4 choices of artillery. I can use this one. Katsuya is probably more useful. And we'll probably use this guy. Because if we beat the Royal Tank Regiment, that's fine anyway. What map is that? Interesting. Okay, let's tactical battle. And then we go. So I'm hoping Queen's Own Yeomanry joined. Yeah, 2nd Royal Tank Regiment. And they do have artillery. This is a small map. Crikey. Alright. Gonna be intense. It's tiny. Sure. Well, we just got to get into Anna Center, contest those, and then we can play around that. They don't have to worry about like massive flanks, right? It's just going to be like super intense fighting. It's going to be fun, actually. Let's have a look. So we'll do BMP here. BMP can rush into there. They're going to be starting pretty much right on top of us, so we got to be worried about that, because like I can start half out of the map, but so can they, so we basically start at the same level. I might just put like a Motoras replica to unload immediately in here. We'll do plenty of tanks that can roll forwards. Actually, let's use the 1st battalion of the 48th, because they are fresh. Those can move into there. With these can kind of move up into there. Yeah, it's definitely going to be just a big tank fight at the beginning. Make sure I have a BRM ready. Maybe a couple helicopters with AT. Alright, left side's looking good. Do I have my own 8 gems? Maybe. We've got 1 Conquest there that can like jump into a building on this left side. We will need a couple units for counter battery immediately, I think. Alright, let's go with that and see how we get on. I might have to delay the BMP running forwards, but... Okay.
Достанем их из-под земли! Хорошее место для штаба. Враг в периметре. Караул в ружье. Броня на связи. Вперед! Ищем цели! Громко и четко!
Okay, first tech. I think we just need some infantry that can defend the BMP.
Бою готов. Я броня. Цель обнаружена. Выхожу в заданный
They actually haven't been too aggressive. I thought they would be more aggressive, so that's good. Kind of. Yeah, we need some BMP2s to come in on the right.
Враг в поле зрения. Жду новых указаний. Торможу. Броня на связи. Быстрее! Нужно оказаться там первыми! Давно хотел посетить там.
We're going to move the BRM to the middle.
Поле зрения.
Gonna probably move these over so they are working together.
Ваших указаний.
It's gonna be a real, like, scary battle. There's gonna be massive blobs somewhere, and if I just, like, drive around a corner and just get smacked by
Враг в поле
units, it's
зрения.
gonna be really rough. Right, here comes the artillery.
Даем назад. Аккуратно.
The counter battery can get to work. It looks like that might be Abbott, so they might not do too much damage to my tanks.
Жду ваших указаний.
So many challenges. Right, let's see if we can maybe just, like, attack move
Вперед!
towards those.
Слушаю, товарищ командир.
And we're gonna want, like, more artillery for sure.
Я броня. Цель обнаружена. Проверка связи. Прием. Есть цель, командир. Остановимся.
Usually I wouldn't stop them on the road, but it just allows them to fast move out of the way quicker should something bad happen. We'll get a leader for those.
Болванка в танк ударила! Враг в поле зрения. Достанем их из-под земли! Товарищ
And we'll
командир.
get some supply in so we can back up to that supply.
Даем назад. Аккуратно. Да, командир. Цель поражена.
They're very short range for the Akatsias, so they should be
Товарищ
pretty
командир.
accurate.
Болванка в танк ударила! Вперед! Ищем цели!
Firing computer reset.
Задним ходом марш! Добавим огневой мощи!
So we can probably just keep them where they are actually, and then just have some supply nearby to fix things up.
Еще бы чуть-чуть! И... Молодец!
Тормози. Мы здесь подождем.
Еще бы чуть-чуть! И... Враг в поле зрения. Задним ходом марш! День твой последний приходит! Буржуй! Еще один готов!
A big arty fight at the moment. A bit of a long-range skirmish between my tanks and theirs.
По нам работают!
Let's move these tanks over as well. Bring in some leaders for my artillery.
Взвод построен и ждет приказа. Враг в поле зрения.
I'll see how far up I can get with this recon.
Еще бы чуть-чуть! И... Жду новых указаний.
Should also probably have a leader with my tanks if I can find a tank leader.
Я броня!
Need
Цель
PVK,
обнаружена!
it's fine.
Назад! Назад! Молодец, наводчик! Громко и четко! На связи!
A lot of units there.
Больше нет! Торможу! Враг в поле зрения. Есть цель, командир! Корректирую огонь! По нам работают! Я броня! Цель обнаружена! Хорошо горит! Выходим на рубеж атаки. Здесь мы легкая добыча! Ищем цель! Огонь по готовности! Жду новых указаний! Цель поражена!
Ну, поехали.
Готовы ударить, товарищ командир! Корректируй огонь! Враг в поле зрения. Готовы ударить, товарищ!
More artillery is certainly the next thing to buy. Because we're going to have good eyes on stuff. If I can get recon in this building, that would be insane. So let's try and do that with some Rusvedka.
Враг цель поражена! Остановимся! Может, бахнем? Склонение 10 градусов! Огонь! Враг в поле зрения. Транспорт готов! Выгружу вот там! День твой последний приходит! Буржуй!
Принял. Сделаем.
Жду новых указаний!
Okay, something I can't see.
Рубеж взвешивания. Движение на горизонте! Жду
Ouch.
ваших указаний!
Like in that tree line there.
Склонение 10 градусов! Огонь!
Принял. Сделаем.
Жду
Oh, we
новых
don't stay in line of sight of that.
Даем назад! Аккуратно! Враг в поле зрения. Ждем цели указаний. По нам ведут огонь! Остановимся! Первый огонь! Давно хотел посетить как страну. Сейчас рванем!
Принял. Сделаем. Война войной, а обед по расписанию.
Right, any that are low can leave so we don't lose them.
Жду новых указаний.
I do at least get a lot of supply with my helicopters. Not that they're going to be particularly useful in this mission because
Яден готов.
there's just not enough space really. There's going to be so many blue pipes hidden around.
Указания.
Further up we get, it's going to be suicide for the helicopters. Might bring in an MO-24 just to give us a bit of long-range recon, but other than that, not really
К рейсу готов,
worth it.
товарищ командир.
Выхожу в заданный квадрат. Проверить снаряжение. Движение на горизонте.
See if I can run to this high rise.
На связи. Достанем их из-под земли. Наблюдатели. Полная боевая готовность. Стой! Сперва нужно осмотреться. Артиллерия ждет приказа. Заряжен. К бою готов. Товарищ командир. Движение на горизонте. Назад! Назад! Молодец, наводчик.
There's two enemies in there. There's one hiding in the tree line.
Обед по расписанию.
Здесь мы легкая добыча! Выше нас только звезды! Движение начал! Прямое попадание! Готовы ударить, товарищ командир!
Впереди противник. Нам поворачивать.
У новых указаний!
Gotta make sure it's on return fire, so it's not revealing itself.
Цель поражена!
I think it's close enough to be seen anyway. Have to get the tanks to move up and clean that out.
Враг берег! Караул в
I'll get some infantry as well.
Склонение 10 градусов! Огонь! Орудие готово, командир. Фиксируй огонь.
Oh, I actually didn't mean to cap that.
Готовы ударить, товарищ командир. Раскрыли! Склонение 10 градусов! Огонь! Орудие готово, командир.
See if we can take that high rise.
Враг берег! Караул в готовы ударить, товарищ командир. Еще один капитаном работают!
Oh, look at that. What a view.
Есть цель, командир.
What a view.
Закрыли!
Gorgeous. More artillery, please.
Я броня! Цель обнаружена! Орудие готово, командир.
Ah, so they're using 105s, that's why this artillery is a little lackluster.
Жду ваших указаний. Движение на горизонте! Остановимся. Добавим огневой мощи. В этот раз дойдем до Ла-Манша.
I'll probably have that sit there, and then we can have it in range of the MI6. Do the same on this side. I just have like a Ural sitting sort of in the middle, and then as long as they're close enough to the
Новый рейс.
helicopter, we just constantly resupply them.
Движение на горизонте! Нас накрыли!
Gonna be there again.
Я броня! Цель обнаружена! Цель поражена! Остановимся! Еще один готов! Нас накрыли! Враг берег! Караул в ружье! Склонение 10 градусов! Огонь!
You can certainly move forwards my tanks a little bit, I think, and try and
Последний приходит!
get on top of these spawn roads.
Враг берег! Караул в ружье!
So like the big problem really is always going to be
Цель поражена!
them just spawning challenges in my face.
Я броня! Цель обнаружена!
If I move here, do I lose line of sight of stuff?
Заряжен весь во внимании!
It's not as high.
Здесь мы легкая добыча! Стой! Сперва нужно осмотреться!
Тыловое обеспечение на связи.
Цель поражена!
Let's do a bit of counter battery order. Oh. And we'll see it. And I can just fire one shot at it.
Обнаружен противник! Приготовиться к бою! градусов! Огонь! Цель поражена! Орудие готово, командир. Враг в поле зрения. Есть цель, командир. В вашем распоряжении. Цель поражена! Я броня. Остановимся. Склонение 10 градусов. Огонь! Жду новых указаний. Броня на связи.
I have some more if it can. We can bring them up and they can maybe move a bit further up.
Цель поражена.
Those Spartans actually aren't worth killing.
Чуть-чуть. По местам. Боекомплекта больше нет. Громко и четко. Жду приказов. К бою готов. Вперед! Огонь с коротких! Враг в периметре. Караул в ружье. Остановили!
Put those on counter battery. For now. I'm going to start moving up this right side, see if we can just get eyes on the back side over here.
К бою готов! Я броня оттуда пешком. Сейчас у нас потери по местам.
Поворот не пропустили?
Сверим часы. Вперед! Ищем цели! Молодец, наводчик! Товарищ командир! Громко и четко! Торможу!
Yeah, we don't risk that.
По вашему приказу взвод построен. Выходим на рубеж атаки. У нас потери! Склонение 10 градусов! Огонь! Враг в периметре. Караул в ружье. Разворачиваемся здесь. На связи. Мобильность и маневренность. Тишина.
Oh, don't cap it.
Движение на горизонте. Бой готов. Еще один готов.
We need as much time as possible.
Еще один готов. Жду ваших указаний. Ищем цель. Огонь по готовности. Я броня. Цель обнаружена. Проверка связи. Прием. Вперед! Ищем цели.
I need those that are going to get to that church. That would be really good for us.
Хорошо горит. Здесь мы легкая добыча. Корректируй огонь. Ждем цели указаний. По нам работают!
Новый рейс?
Нас накрыли! Еще один готов! Готовы ударить. Давай остановимся. Хорошо горит. Громко и четко. Молодец, наводчик. Проверка связи. Молодец! Вперед! Огонь с коротких!
That Challenger do. Bam.
Жду новых указаний. Криш, торможу. Склонение 10 градусов. Огонь! Хорошо горит.
Oh wow, look at all that stuff. Okay. I guess we just, yeah, we just let that happen. Fine by me. It's just like the, where they're parking, you know? But they've just got all of their reserve units just chilling out. Yeah. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Well, that about sums up this campaign, I guess.
Заряжен. Бою готов. Остановимся. Нас заметили. Враг — это засада. Броня на связи. Цель поражена. Остановимся. Еще один
I could probably just keep it pre-aimed and then fire every time they come in. I must have killed the majority of their challenges because they're just not bringing them anymore.
Хорошо горит. День твой последний приходит, буржуй. Готовы в наш, товарищ командир. Я броня, цель обнаружена. Боекомплект
Oh, there's one.
больше нет. Советскому Союзу. Хорошо горит. Понял, меняю позицию. Отбой. Экипаж танка к бою готов. Сдаем назад. Аккуратно. Хорошо горит. По вашему приказу взвод построен. Внимание! 10 градусов! Огонь! К бою готов.
The way that I can do it is basically put them on fire. Any more supply?
Молодец, наводчик. Я броня.
It's
Цель
out of ammo.
обнаружена.
And then we can fire one and then put them on hold fire again.
Молодец, наводчик.
That'll come down, smash whatever's there now. And then we just kind of do that whenever reinforcements come in.
Хорошо.
Could probably do it over here as well.
Я броня. Цель обнаружена. Готов. Молодец, наводчик. Боекомплекта больше нет. Болванка в танк ударила. Торможу.
There we go. Lovely. 243 kills, 3 losses. Super clean. Super, super, super clean. 2 BMP2's dead. Rozvedka, those are the sorts of fights that you guys always ask for. Oh, and that moved to the right. Perfect. Yeah, because I blocked it from moving to the left. That worked out really nicely. Okay, now question is, can we... If I attack the 9th Battalion and the 12th Royal Lancers... Let's see, that's only 6. That'd be a minor victory. Okay. Don't need much here to actually attack with. What have I got left? I do have this unit. If I move there, they will have 4 action points. Okay. So we go for the Royal Lancers here, I think. Because that would be a total victory. If I don't, that should be an auto resolve. Total victory. Cool. Then we killed this unit. Gonna need another unit here to back that up. I only need like units that can kind of fake it. Or a unit nearby that can just fake it. Even if we don't fake it, we can just play out a cheeky battle against the Queen's Own Yeomanry. It's just a shame that these aren't in range. Like, it would have to be this unit, but that's still kind of iffy. I bring in artillery. One's the best one. So that would be 2. Let's try it. I mean, I can always move this one out of the way. But if I were to bring those 2 plus that, it would be a major victory. So I don't think they would commit to it. Let's try doing that auto-resolve. Okay, good. So now, I don't really want to attack with that unit because it's really, really easy for them to get destroyed now. How else could I? This unit can come across and engage. Got to be this unit I've got to fight though. If I can get rid of that unit, something can drive up onto the flag, I feel. It might just have to be an attack that I play out. In which case, we're going to keep going. I did actually record a next episode separately, but I'm just going to tack it on to the end here. So just a heads up on that. And yeah, enjoy the next battle. Today, we just need to figure out how we destroy this unit and then take Hanover. I'm a bit worried that if I attack it from this direction, that it's actually going to move to the left. So it may be a matter of a couple turns that we have to do in order to actually win this thing. But we can bring over the aircraft here. The reason I'm not going to auto-resolve this is because if these take any damage whatsoever, I think they just get destroyed. So we're going to have to like do this super clean. And therefore we jump in with a normal battle. And fingers crossed we can just run them down. I don't think... I should have actually checked to see if they have any blowpipes. Because if they don't, then it should be good. We'll take it easy, just in case. Once again, I'll just like maybe just unload into there immediately. Run up with a few tanks. I think they probably have... The light infantry does have Milans, so we do have to obviously respect those. Be a slow and steady, take it easy fight. I should have double checked what the light infantry had beforehand, but it's fine. We can use the Ochrana, see what's going on. They have that good optics. Well, last time they weren't terribly aggressive on this map, but I don't want to take that for granted. So yeah, let's just make sure we're utilizing everything from the helicopters as much as possible. That way we don't end up losing any tanks. I can lose as many helicopters as I like in this battle, really. Doesn't affect me, it's all about the tank gameplay. If I lose a tank, we probably lose the entire battalion, because they'll go below the strength threshold. And those supply helicopters in. Okay, they do have blowpipes.
Набираю максимальную скорость. Враг в поле зрения. Нас всегда ждут с надеждой. Шире шаг. Экипаж танка к бою готов. Молодец, наводчик.
Just gonna kind of like focus down the Milans
Враг в
with the
поле.
rockets, really.
Хорошо накрыл, стрелок. Транспортировки готов. Еще бы чуть. Понял. Ищем цель. Огонь по готовности.
Okay, good. We'll get a leader in there.
Слушаю.
Я броня. Цель обнаружена.
Ochrana gonna have a lot of
Огонь с коротких.
work to do this game
Товарищ командир.
in spotting all of these Milans before they cause issues.
Вылетаем. Лучше потерять невесту, чем обороты несущего винта. Враг в поле зрения. Взвод построен и ждет приказов. Болванка в танк ударила!
Fortunately, they are just Milan ones, so yeah, it could be worse. I do actually have some Gvozdikas, so let's bring those in.
По вашему приказу взвод построен. Враг в поле зрения. Проверка связи. Прием. Жду новых указаний. Хорошо горит. Возим бомбы и ракеты. Враг в поле зрения. Торможу. Задним ходом.
When there's a lot of HGMs like that, that's when things get a bit scary. Because a couple could hit, make my tank rout, and then
Царица полета. Второй взвод.
we take side shots and it's over.
Враг в поле зрения. Наводчик. Новая цель. Хорошо горит. Частоту РМ изменил. Полет продолжаю.
Keep flying.
Жду приказов. Торможу. Вперед! Огонь с коротких! Враг в поле зрения. Всем залечь. Броня на связи. Задним ходом марш! Товарищ командир. Набираю максимальную скорость. Проверить снаряжение. Враг в поле зрения. Стой! Сперва нужно осмотреться! Жду новых указаний!
We didn't kill the blowpipe. That's savage.
К бою! Готов!
Slowly getting there.
Всем залечь! По местам!
Might put these on counter battery just to kill the enemy mortars.
Как держать, бойцы? У нас потери! Вперед! Ищем цели! Понял! Меняю позицию! Отбой! Молодец, наводчик! Жду новых указаний! Торможу! Хорошо горит! Враг в поле зрения! У нас потери! Хорошо! По местам! Есть цель, командир. Хорошо горит. Ждем цели указаний. Враг в поле зрения. У нас потери. Жми назад.
I don't want to lead up or ooh, what happened there?
Движение начал.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, fingers crossed that that doesn't cost me the battalion. Too busy microing the artillery a little bit there to spot that. Must have taken a side shot.
Обороты в норме. Молодец, наводчик. Служу Советскому Союзу. Проверить снаряжение. Нас всегда ждут с надеждой.
See if we can pick off a few
Враг в поле
units
зрения.
with the M24s.
Вертушки на связи. Выхожу в заданный квадрат. Проверка связи. Прием. Вперед! Огонь с коротких! Жду ваших указаний.
Might be worth me getting a BMP-1G in here actually. Or Охрана in the
Проверка
middle.
связи. Прием. Ищем цель. Огонь по готовности. Частоту РМ изменил. Полет продолжаю. Я броня. Цель обнаружена. Открыть огонь! По местам! Торможу! Достанем их из-под земли! Болванка в танк ударила! Хорошо горит!
Впереди противник. Нам поворачивать?
Прибавим обороты. У нас потери! Хорошо горит!
Killing the mortars is certainly helping a little bit, so don't mind that.
На связи. Оттуда пешком. Вперед! Огонь! Проверка связи. Прием. Стой! Сперва нужно... Жду новых указаний. Говорят, эта война будет быстрой. Может, бахнем? Враг в поле зрения. Молодец, наводчик! Выше нас, только у нас потери! Патронов больше нет. Молодец, наводчик! Добавим
Nice.
огневой мощи.
That back on counter battery.
Весь во внимании! Выхожу в заданный квадрат.
I'm actually trying to use the mortars to counter battery me.
Проверка связи. Прием. Враг в поле зрения. Торможу. Еще один готов. Нас всегда. Ха-ха-ха! Хорошо накрыл. Стрелок. Всем залечь. Припасы закончены. Прибавим обороты. Летающая БМП на связи. Ха-ха-ха! Хорошо накрыл. Смена полетного задания на маршруте. Всем залечь. Нас всегда ждут. Снижение на горизонте. Выше нас только звезды. Ха-ха-ха! Хорошо накрыл. Обороты в норме. Хорошо горит. Враг в поле зрения. Нас всегда ждут с надеждой.
Cycling those rockets to the front.
Орудие готово, командир. Ха-ха-ха! Хорошо накрыл, стрелок. Боеприпасы закончились. Я броня. Частоту РМ изменил. Полет продолжаю. Ха-ха-ха! Хорошо накрыл. Еще один готов. Боеприпасы закончились. Возгорание двигателя. Еще один готов. Еще по местам. Вертушки на связи, товарищ командир. Движение на горизонте!
I'm lucky we haven't lost the helicopter, actually.
Готов к бою.
That's a big old blob.
Может, бахнем?
See if we can finish those off, maybe? I only need, what, 2 more kills? Should come very shortly. Nice. Good stuff. Alright. Fingers crossed that doesn't destroy my tank unit.
Tally 2.
Oh, okay. Right, what can actually move? Is that it? Are we done? I think we are. Let's select something strong. And we move all the way to Hanover. Huzzah! It is ours.
Блестящая победа, товарищ генерал. Мы отразили атаку и захватили Ганновер. Все задачи выполнены точно в срок.
Победа за нами, товарищ генерал! Гордитесь советской армией! Британская контратака подавлена. Их танки горят в наших тылах. Ганновер взят, и мы продолжаем марш вперед.
There we go. Victory. 140 points to 23. That is a 6.1 to 1 total victory. I will take it. I mean, you only need 2.5 actually to get a total victory in this campaign. So yeah, we absolutely smashed it. And yeah, in the end, 61 battalions destroyed. Let's have a quick look at the casualties. So for us, we lost 0 battalions, 982 soldiers, 31 artillery, 227 tanks, 9 aircraft, 16 helicopters, and 186 support units. They lost 61 battalions, 16,484 men, 408 artillery, 1,379 tanks, 14 aircraft, 325 helicopters, 4,257 support units. We basically wiped out the entire British Army. Yeah, certainly all of our challenges are gone. Right. Of course, there was a lot of leopards mixed in there. Probably the entirety of the German tank force as well. 204 Leopard 2A1s getting destroyed. That is crazy. What a fight. What a fight. Really, really good fun. Yeah, there it is. I'll probably get the achievement, I guess, when I go back to the main game because it hasn't popped up for some reason. Alrighty, well, yeah, hopefully I get the achievement. Sometimes when you're playing on old versions, it doesn't do that. But alas, that is it for now. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. And I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.